Dear ladies and gentlemen, I'm very glad that you are watching this video. It means that you are asking yourself question, how can I create the perfect healthy baby? Let me remind you some biology course how works our body. Our body contains the cells. Every cell contains inside the chromosomes. Every chromosome consists of the many genes, and every gene codes the proper protein which regulates the work of our body. That's why we can have blue or brown eyes, like dark or light skin. But not all our chromosomes and genes, they give the regular genetic information. Every chromosome can contain the possible danger of one or another inherited condition, like a breast cancer syndrome, like a late onset of the lethal degenerative nerve disease or clotting deficiency. But when it's heterozygous, as the word sleeping mutation, it's completely normal. But when the healthy man and healthy woman who have such sleeping condition, they meeting together and those mutations are meeting together respectively in the newborn baby, it gives for the baby the full expression of inherited severe disorder. When we assess your familial tree, we can see the pretty pictures of your relatives. But from the molecular genetical point, we can divide all those people, not like brother, sister, mother, father, but for the carriers of autosomal recessive disorders, carriers of autosomal dominant disorders, and sex-linked disorders. That's why the first step which you can start with our human genomic services, it is analytical approach of your familial anamnesis. You need to say to our doctor which diseases had your relatives, which ethnicity your relatives and you are. And this will allow to our doctor to complete the molecular digging in order to examine the informative part of genome, it is exon, which allows us to understand which mutations we should find in the embryo in order to complete such multifactorial and complicated task. We are using our cooperations with famous laboratories in all over the world. On depend of the type of problem which we are working, the type of genetical order which we should to proceed. Here indicated an example, the final aim of the analytical step. We indicate and we assess with clinical doctor which mutation, which significant mutations were detected, and these mutations in the consequent step we are finding in the embryo. Because modern molecular genetics allow us to understand which inheritance way we will have in the IVF and we will detect the embryo. Which mutations from the molecular point, which dangerous it keeps for the future baby. The second step is pre-implantation genetical diagnostics, of course, which is part of the IVF program. Here we are making on the 5th or 6th day of the embryo development in vitro biopsy of the future placenta cell. And this information reflects all genetical information inside of the embryo. Our PGD method allows to detect the all numbers of the chromosomes, all structured disorders of the chromosome, and the gene level of the chromosomes according to the gene findings and genetical examinations which been done in the first step of our program. Perfect human creation consists of 3 main parts: analytical approach according to ethnicity and familial tree, IVF program with PGD for chromosomes and single gene disorders, and the transfer into the uterus of woman or surrogate mother, the perfect healthy embryo in order to achieve the perfect healthy baby birth. Our human genomic services are available in packages of the deluxe and healthy generation class. All packages are working on the principle of all-inclusive services which guarantee for sure the pregnancy ongoing and baby birth. All packages are included the sex selection according to the medical indications. All packages also included the DNA tested for all known possible single gene disorders. The differences is coverage rate of multifactorial diseases, the embryo assessment for detected single gene disorders, and coverage of mutations de novo. I believe that this video is informative and useful for couples who are planning IVF. And you should remember that investment to the perfect health of your baby is the most important investment in your life.